where history really started with some foreigners who lived in the town, who saw how bad the public schools were, and they started getting involved in small ways, and it just grew from there. We are mostly around in the north coast of the Dominican Republic. We have about 125 kids receiving the Young Stars. We have 250 kids in the camp, and those are the older kids. And then the preschooler kids, we have 210 in the preschool upstairs, 4 classrooms, and they go twice a day. So one of them is, she mentioned about bates. One of them is in a bate behind near Puerto Plata, and that is obviously a community that's very heavy with the Dominicans of Haitian descent. It is very poor, is much, I would say, noticeably poorer than where we are. And we have had a preschool there. It was actually our original preschool, and so we've had a preschool there for 6 years, and it's very, very successful. And to see these kids who a lot of them don't even have shoes walking in a Montessori classroom and watching them manipulate the Montessori materials and watching them be able to sort of be in control of their own learning is really inspiring. And a lot of kids come to school hungry. There's a very large food component of that school. The Montessori program, because I was working on it today, has like almost 100% attendance because we were doing that's like the preschool program. So the parents do bring their kids to school, and the kids, I think, want to come, but it's like we were actually surprised at how high the attendance was. It's much higher than what the public school attendance. They're probably averaging like 70%.
I think it depends on the family, and I think we have both. For the most part, I mean, we try to get the parents involved, and I think the parents are very interested, and a lot of them value the education. But the reality of many families is that they will need kids at times to go and, do whatever it is that they can to provide some kind of economic, helps to the family. So we've had kids who have been in the program. Like the other day, I went around house visiting and looking for some kids that have been with us in the past that aren't here anymore. And then you find that some of them, can no longer attend because they have to shine shoes or whatever it is. They have to help in the house or in the family. So that happens, and it depends on the family. But for the most part, parents have been very interested, or at least, they come by here and, they show interest in the center and their kids' education. There's huge racial tensions between Haitians and Dominicans here, and based on this goes back into history. There's a lot of Haitian or second generation Dominican Haitians who have been born here, who have lived here all their lives, who might never have visited Haiti or speak Creole, who are denied citizenship or legal paperwork. Parents were considered parents of transit when their parents would migrate to cut the sugarcane. So now there are a lot of kids who are born here without documentation. And like we were talking about high school, you can't graduate from high school unless you have documentation. So a lot of kids are denied this education. So this is actually one of my biggest passions, and I believe it's definitely a human rights violation, and it's something that I would definitely like to see changed. As far as every day in the classrooms, you see it all the time. Like we have Haitian kids, we have Dominican kids. Definitely one of our focus, and it's been a theme in summer camp, and it's something we're doing in Young Stars. We try to, we learn about both cultures, and we talk about unity, and we talk about ways that kids can, get past this racism and actually help the community do it as well.